Hi, my name is Shelby Smith, and for my fourth video report, I'm going to be doing a piece of work called Las Meninas. The city and country of work was Madrid, Spain. The specific location of the work is the Museo Nacional del Prado. The artist responsible for the work is Diego Velázquez. The artist's nationality is Spanish. The medium of work is oil painting. The period of the work is the Baroque period. And so, yeah, the historical relevance of the work, it's King Philip. The whole painting is over King Philip's daughters and friends, which were like the ladies in waiting. And Velázquez, like the artist, he worked at the court, like in King Philip's court as his painter, so it's like he's like working under him. It's like his, I guess, boss. So that's like the relevance of it. It took 4 months to create. This work is important because it raised questions on reality and illusion. And once like you see the painting, it is kind of odd. Like the way everybody's like facing, and it's you can't look at the painting and be like, you can't like figure out like the relationship between people, if they were close with anybody. It's very odd like how Velázquez positioned these people in this painting. So I'm going to show you the painting and talk more about this. Okay, so here's the painting. I'll like spread it out some. You can see like the dog. There's kind of like a glare on her face. But anywho, the defining characteristics of the work, I would say like the texture in the dog. Like the dog is like super textured, and like the dresses, that's like a lot of detail. Like the dresses. The dog and the dresses shows a lot of detail. The color is like extremely dark. Like you can tell like these are like paintings, like you can assume that. Other than this one, you can tell that's two people. But these paintings, it's like, you know that they're paintings, but you have no idea what they are. They're not super detailed. It's hard to understand what that is. The faces are weirdly detailed too. Like it's obvious that all of them are totally different from each other. Especially this one, you can really tell. It's like very realistic looking. Yeah, like the line and the shape and the doors and like that's like door pattern. Yeah, it's just super dark. The value in this is very prominent, like in the ceiling. So yeah, there is a lot of line when you like look at the walls, and like the door frames, the picture frames, things like that. Oh, and this over here, that's like his mural he's like painting. Just now like looking at it, that's very abnormal looking at this mural that's about as tall as the ceiling. That's very odd. So yeah, historical contributions of the artist. This was painted for the King Philip, and it shows like realism and impressionism. My personal observation, oh yes, the bodies seem robotic with people at odd angles. So like especially this girl, like her arms look like a robot. Like you can look at her body, and like this girl too. It's like they're like in the middle of conversation. It very much is like they were all talking in the middle of saying something, and it was almost as if like they took a picture of like them in the middle of doing something and then painted what they took a picture of. It's very in the midst of what's going on. You can tell they were not posing for this picture, with how like their body movements are and how they're looking at very odd angles. So yeah, I chose this work because I thought it was very interesting. You don't really see near as many pieces of art, like paintings, that's children, and the subject of these paintings are the children, and I would say the focal point is probably this girl in the middle. So yeah, I liked that they actually did like a painting, or there was a painting over children and not like adults or women, you know. Yes. How to compare to other works within the period. The subjects are super detailed, but the background, yeah, is very plain. A lot of other pieces of art in the Baroque period are like this. what's in the middle is like detailed, and what's in the back is very like grainy and not much detail put into it, because the background really wasn't what needed to be focused on. It was more what was up front and center. And then fun fact, Velázquez painted himself in the back right corner. So if it'll focus, that is the painter who painted this.